Good morning, folks. Today's video, I wanted to show you how to deal with an issue that you end up with when you use a Google form, multiple choice or checkbox grid. And when you do something like that, this is an example of what I call a pick form for a vending company. And what it is when the user does this on their phone. Let me just go here. They are going in here and they're choosing a different number of pieces for each one of the products that need to be put in there. So this is what the form looks like when you are filling it out, and this is what it looks like when in your edit mode. So you have two columns. And what I wanted to show you is when you the spreadsheet then creates this list of products and everything, the different candies, the different chips and so forth, and cookies, they all end up with these brackets. So what I wanted to show today was how to remove the brackets. So let's take a look at how we do this. There is, I'm going to go ahead and actually delete this formula here. So here's what I'm looking at. I have this information, and by the way, let me also let me show you how I could quickly just get rid of that information there. How you could quickly get that information. So what I do is I transpose the data that's over here on my pick form. I transpose everything from here, and then I do a command shift to the right, and I transpose that data. Go ahead and hit enter, and you can see there's my transposed data. I was able to bring that in because what I'm trying to achieve here is to get just this Baby Ruth, Butterfinger, and so forth. So in order to do that, I'm going to use a REGEXEXTRACT formula. So this is going to be equal to REGEXEXTRACT, and we're going to quickly put that in there. Now REGEXEXTRACT, when we take a look at how you have to write it, you're going to look at some data. So I wanted the text I'm going to start with is A1, and then you could type your regular expression, your regex, inside of quotes, but often when I'm working on this, it's easier to go ahead and try some of the different regex expressions and see which one works the best for this situation. So I'm going to just reference this cell E1. And because I want to use an array formula on this, I'm going to lock that reference. So E1 is not going to change, but I'm going to end up using that. And if I hit enter, I could go with the suggested autofill, and you can see that's actually working just the way I want it. I'm going to not do that in this case. Let's take a look at this regex expression. It's basically saying to just get everything that is in between the brackets. Now, the brackets are a special character, so we had to use the escape character here in front of the bracket, and then we're just grabbing everything with that dot period, grab everything that is in between those two brackets. So if we were to have other brackets, like for instance, let's see what happens. Well, I'd have to, at this point, you saw how I was able to transpose the data, but if I want to modify that data, I'd have to copy that column and then command shift or control shift V and paste. And now I've converted that from a formula into text. So then maybe I could do something like this. What happens if I put an extra bracket around? And you'll see I end up getting I put I didn't want to do the I just want to put a regular bracket. And you can see now with the two brackets, I end up getting Baby Ruth. Now, if I wanted to extract that, I think my formula in H, let's see, There we go. So this formula would allow me to deal with those extra brackets. Let's see what would happen if we added an extra set of brackets even. Not that you would normally see this. And that formula is going to remove any brackets, no matter how many brackets I would have. In this case, going back to our single brackets, there's my baby Ruth, and I could probably go back to my E1 formula. So the fastest way often to clean up things like this is with a regex expression. Otherwise, it would be a lot of work to go through and manually remove those. And in this case, then, on my formula, I would do an array formula. And if I do that, I have to say all of the data from A1 to A. And then with one single formula, array formula, regex extract, find the data in column A, use this as my expression, and there you go. I've got what I wanted. Well, in this case, you see on this sheet, this is going to have these NAs, interestingly enough, all the way down. So I would want to remove that, and I would say, I believe what I would do is go if len A1 colon A, comma, do my regex extract, or else do nothing. Oh, that's not quite right. Let's fix that up. I'd forgotten to put the if statement in there. So array formula, if len A1A, meaning if there's nothing in A1A, then go ahead and, or if the length of A1A is greater than 0 is what that really means, then perform the regex extract, else don't do anything. And you can see now one formula goes all the way down through all 1,000 rows. You can see there's going to be no data down there. So quick way to get rid of a square brackets, which are generated, as I pointed out, from a Google form that uses the multiple choice grid.